I was like walking along home and Bren Riley says, come in, we're doing loads of activities. Then the next day I came in and I started like different things, like introduced to everyone. Really lovely. They're like a family. Well, afterwards it was. We've done courses, like we've done a first aid course. I've done like maths, English, health, arts. We've done a lot of women's group. There was a lot. They like were fundraising for like different groups because there was no funding out there. My little one went into the creche, loved it. And then we used to take them back out of the creche, have our dinner. Here's a family, like all of it, cook dinner here, Jack Tatey's. Oh, they were lovely. We're here every day, basically, but we were making ourselves better. We were doing like courses, like maths. I was useless at maths. I passed maths. I was useless at English, passed English. And if it wasn't for the Riverside, I wouldn't have got them qualifications. But now I come with my children, their kids, and it's brilliant. I think it's brought, well, I haven't been in a shell, but I think when you have a family, have like baby or whatever, you keep yourself to yourself. You don't like mix with other parents or other things. But I think it's changed my life totally. And my daughter loves coming here. And I think that's really good. Like my daughter, my grandson comes here, like what I did with them. I'm getting upset. Everything. Because we're like a big family. When your family goes, but I see all my friends like who used to come here, and it's lovely seeing them, but it's not the same as when we used to bring our children. Do you know what I mean? I think I've got loads of memories, really loads of memories. I really have. Everything's a memory. You know, every time I walk past, I just live on the doorstep, and every time I walk past, I just think, God, the things we used to do in there. I mean, it was a course every day. We were never away from the place.
Being around the place, seeing what they did for our community of guys, and how fantastic they were with everyone who came through the door. And when there was a call out for trustees, there was an opportunity I couldn't really turn down, to be honest. I think genuinely it's at the very centre of the community. And by that I mean the communities within communities. So whether it's our guys, there's so much stuff going on upstairs in the offices that we don't even see. There's the work they do with the refugee and asylum seekers. There's the young people, the children's stuff. I could go on, but it's just amazing, to be honest. They really do a lot. I mean, it's always seemed fairly stable to me from the outside looking in, but now that I'm kind of a bit more involved, it just seems really strong on all levels, whether that's, you know, the staff team again, whether it's the people coming through the door and what they're taking from it. It just seems like a really strong, genuine set of partnerships. I mean, at the risk of repeating myself, it's definitely the staff team, and that's genuinely a genuinely warm welcome from every single person that you meet here. Whatever you're doing in the building, whatever you need, nothing's a problem. And that warm welcome goes a long way, especially in community work like Men's Pie Club. If you don't get that feeling right from the first time you cross the threshold, there's a strong chance those people won't come back. But as you can see by the footfall here, people do come back, and I think they take a lot from it. So I'm just, I'm glad to be part of it. So I think, to continue to grow and offer more and more exciting opportunities. But also I think just, keeping that eye and keep strengthening those projects that we do work really well on, especially the children and young people stuff. But yeah. so much we could talk about, but I think there's so much potential in here, and we're gonna do it.
Hi, my name's Shabnam Ali. I've been coming to Riverside for about 6 years now. From what I can remember, I've got 3 young children, and it wasn't for them really. They just become part of it, if you know what I mean, part of the family. It was more for me. I had a baby, COVID, and it was just getting back out there and getting back together again. I've always seen that they've had courses on and stuff, so it was a cake decorating course that they'd had on, that I joined, and it just went from there really, and become part of the family and never left since. Still volunteer here, so numerous activities, run henna workshops whenever I'm needed, like any sort of workshops they say, can you come and give your feedback on this, like environment issues or social issues that affect us, or even like the kids going ahead, issues for them, and I'm more than happy to come in and participate. Same with the community trips, so volunteer on that. The kids love coming on the trips here, and it's really nice that families can, pay on a payment plan, so it's like there for everyone in a sense, so you don't feel like the pressure that, oh, I've got to find this money from somewhere. You've got a good time scale to pay for it. Anything from taking part in whatever's on, like seasonal, so if it's something Halloween, Christmas, they'll take part in that. The community trips, the family fun days, they're all part of that. Just whatever's on, they're more than happy to come along. We do a lot of forestry skills, like forest school and stuff outside. So it's just, they love being outdoors. So anything that does that, they're happy to be there. I think it's great. It's a safe space, if you know what I mean. You know that you can come here if you've got any problems. You can come and speak to staff. It's confidential. If they can't help, they'll tell you where you need to go for help, if you know what I mean, or put you in the right sort of direction. But it's just nice to, you can come and sit and just have a chat with a member of staff and have a cuppa, and just sometimes let out that tension, that stress, with no strings attached in a sense, if you know what I mean. I've always recommended to everyone that this is an absolutely amazing space, and especially for courses and stuff. I'm like, they do so many courses, it's so diverse, and it was something that I would recommend to all of them. Like, obviously, to gain new skills if that's what they want to do, but just generally, someone that's a new baby, with the baby, like baby massage, the well-being. There's a bit for everyone. There's even men's groups here, like the pie group. So it's not like just stuck to one sort of, women or men. It's like, it's there for everyone, women, men, children, the whole community.
So my name is Christine Rogan, and I am the Finance and Operations Manager here at Riverside. I have been part of Riverside in various capacities for 28 and a half years now. I first came to Riverside when my youngest daughter, Paige, was only 6 weeks old. And one of my friends, Debbie Quinn, she said, oh, they do a singing group at Riverside. And I was like, oh, great, because I love singing. And she said to me as well that there was a creche, and Paige could go in the creche at 6 weeks. You can't go in at 6 weeks now, but then you could go in at 6 weeks. And I came to the singing group, and then from the singing group, I joined an art group. And then from that, I went to other groups and went to trips and different things. And then I started to volunteer as part of the holiday association that was running there, which was a fantastic project. I mean, so many families benefit from that. I actually ended up the chair of that for a while. And then I went off to college for a year when Paige went to nursery. And I did business and administration. And then just as the course finished, a job came up at Riverside as reception admin part-time, and I applied for the job, and I got interviewed by 4 people, and I got the job. And that was in 2001, and I've been here ever since in various roles, moving through to office administrator, then I was a volunteer coordinator, and then finance and something else, and now I'm the finance and operations manager. So that's kind of my journey through Riverside. But during the pathway through those years, My eldest daughter, Amanda, she started attending the groups with two of my grandchildren, that's Harvey and Mila. And then Paige, who's got the baby now, Matilda, she's started coming on the trips as well. So it's kind of went down the generations, and honestly, Riverside has changed my life. And I don't want to get emotional, but I probably will. Yeah. Yeah. I've always had confidence, but doing the things that I've done in Riverside and changing things and the training that I've went through and everything else, it's built my confidence so much to now where nothing really worries me that much now. Riverside's just given me such a boost up in life and a boost with confidence and everything. But coming to Riverside was just the most amazing. As a user of the centre and as a volunteer, I had so many good days and so many laughs with so many wonderful people. One of the years, we got 100 caravans. We hired 100 caravans. You talk about community cohesion. That was like community cohesion at its best. But then we've started up the trips again. And the trips are where the families come in every month or every week, whenever they want to pay a little bit, and then they go on a trip together in the summer. And that is just one of the things that's like started back up again. So just talking about things that they've been there, they've stopped, they've started, and it's kind of like nearly going like kind of full circle. And at the minute we're actually talking about bringing in like an art group again, and that was one of the places I started, and that was so therapeutical for people. Because I'm very, very passionate about Riverside, and I've always been passionate about Riverside. I think what Riverside does and what it offers the community, you know, I think it's kind of second to none. And we don't just deliver one thing, we deliver a lot of things. So we get a lot of different people coming in. And I just think because Riverside got me really to where I am now, with the support that I was getting, the confidence that I built, and I just want to see other people getting the same experience and the same support that I got. Welcoming, supportive, and happy.